Hey guys, Jarell here, Grey Wolf TV, back with our reactions to Fringe. We are fast approaching the end of the season. This is going to be episode 20 of season 2. So, Peter now knows he's not from here, he's from the other side, and he's checked himself out the hospital and vanished. Also, someone did come through the portal from the other side. We don't know who, and we also don't know where they are, and I'm presuming we may find out in this episode, but there's no way of knowing. It may show us what's going on with Peter. We also don't know that. Should we go find out? This is episode 20.
What can be more important than finding Peter?
Aunt Liv, the snack machine stole the dollar you gave me. Hi, Astrid. Hi, Uncle Walter.
Hi, Ella.
Who's that?
Ella, Walter.
It smells funny in here.
Rachel's daughter. Rachel's Olivia's sister.
Rachel had to go to Chicago for the weekend, so...
No, I never told Peter stories. I was always too busy.
I think that Ella would really, really enjoy a story.
Once upon a time.
Once upon a time,
He's got that voice for this.
there was an accomplished detective. Except that she had decided to retire.
Oh, you gotta be
Pack it
kidding.
in, because there was one mystery she could not solve.
What was that?
How to mend a broken heart.
My boyfriend, he's gone missing.
As you can see, I'm kind of busy.
He got in over his head to a gambler, a guy named Big Eddie. I'm afraid something bad may have happened to him. We met only a few weeks ago, but it was love at first sight.
Something happens and I'm head over heels. I never find out.
What?
Till I'm head over heels. Something happens and I'm head over heels. Where were we?
She just took the case.
Oh, yes. How could she not? You see, what Rachel didn't know is that Detective Olivia once believed in love, especially great love. Far on the other side of town, a young man had gone into hiding because he had in his possession a very special item. As it happens, a heart.
You just can't escape from the sounds. Don't worry too much, it'll happen to you. We were children once, playing with toys.
I need to ask a favor.
Must be a good one if you're coming to me.
Well, not as good a favor as pretending 6 years ago I didn't see a cop on the beat plan evidence to get a promotion. Missing person.
Never seen him.
The guy's sweetheart found it in her apartment the night he vanished.
It's a company logo. Massive Dynamic. Ever heard of him?
Olivia did her homework and soon found out some of the things they did do.
Like what?
Massive Dynamic made its money at any cost. A vile firm that never missed an opportunity to exploit the little guy.
He said you were looking for someone. You thought I may be able to provide some information.
So we got an old ass
yes.
telephone with a
His name
MacBook
is
Pro
Peter
sat at the side of it.
I'm investigating his disappearance on behalf of his fiancée. She believes he may be in trouble.
Peter Bishop is a con man with many talents and many identities, all of them suspect. But I can tell you one thing. If he's pretending to love this woman, he must be using her somehow.
So could you give me a call as soon as you get this? Rachel?
Help me, Miss Dunham.
That's not good.
Rachel!
She's dead. Oh.
She's in love. True love. She can't die.
As I have said, in this story, things are not as they seem.
Didn't leave fingerprints. Yeah, we can't even identify what kind of weapon he used. But one thing we both know, Dunham, death seems to follow you around.
You only take cases where someone has lost their heart to love. I used her to get your attention. I never meant for her to be harmed. Although I did grow to love Peter as a son, but apparently he was far more dangerous than I feared. I have spent my life inventing things that bring joy and happiness to make the world a better place. Rainbows and my latest project, singing corpses.
2, 3, 4. Who can take a sunrise? Sprinkle it with dew.
Sprinkle it with dew.
Cover it to taste good.
Why not bring a little life to the dead, I say?
He invented hugs?
Oh, yes, my dear. He invented everything that is wonderful in the world. A glass heart.
What makes it so special?
Put simply, it's a power source. And until quite recently, I was kept alive by this. I had a bad heart, and so I invented glass heart. And then a few nights ago, someone slipped into my room and stole it while I was asleep.
What makes you think I'm gonna drop everything just because you called?
Because it's important, and because that's just the kind of girl you are.
Done it?
Drop what you're investigating.
Who the hell are you?
The Observer.
I'm a man who doesn't let his feelings get him into trouble.
What the hell?
Don't stick your heart out where it doesn't belong.
I'm not looking for someone who's gonna give his heart to the world. I mean, somewhere in the universe, there's gotta be a guy who'll keep me warm when I'm cold, feed me when I'm hungry, maybe, on occasion, take me dancing. This is the same kind of wound that killed Rachel. So the man who attacked me is the same man who took her heart.
Yeah, the patent on this device was taken out last year. Patented by this whiz-bang tech company out of Manhattan. Boy, I wish I could work somewhere like that. Big outfit.
Huh.
All kinds of spy stuff.
You do.
The device was developed here in our biomedical research lab. It was designed as a surgical tool. Several months ago, one of our prototypes was stolen. This man who attacked you, was he bald, with an odd cadence to his voice?
Who is he?
Not he, they. We call them the Watchers. These people are dangerous, and they don't make idle threats.
You got anything?
Nina Sharp's company, Massive Dynamic. The founder and CEO is a guy named William Bell.
I have news. Is it safe to talk?
Of course. No one can hear us. What is it?
That's William Bell.
Found it.
The glass heart.
You were right. Peter Bishop has it.
So where is he? Hell, that's fabulous news. Well done, Nina. I knew you could do it. By utilizing the heart's power, we'll be able to create a stable door between universes.
And after all this time, we can finally be together again.
I know, my love.
I did everything I could to protect you. I warned you to stay away from this, but you didn't listen.
Oh, shit. Put him in a box. That's not good. Shit, you're drunk. Oh, look, here it is.
I heard you were looking for me. Feeling better?
Do you mean is a hot shower better than drowning in a pine coffin? Much. Thank you. You know, all this is very nice, and I'm grateful that you saved my life, but I know who you are, and I know what you did. Want to know why I was looking for you? Dr. Walter Bishop hired me.
Walter's invented a great many things. Wondrous things, that much is true. But what he didn't tell you is where his ideas come from. They come from the dreams of children. He steals children's dreams, and he replaces them with nightmares. That's what this is. A pattern of destruction, of damaged kids, shattered innocence.
It's your heart.
I was born with it. And I was willing to give it to Walter because of all the good he's done. Because of all the good he could do. I thought that his life was so much more valuable than mine. You gotta put those batteries into my chest. But whatever you do, don't touch the nerve endings.
For once in my life, I have someone who needs me. Someone I've needed so long.
You did it.
Okay. And you be careful.
These batteries aren't gonna last long.
Okay.
We have to get my heart back.
Peter, please.
It's too late, Walter. There's some things you can't undo.
Are you kidding? That's not a proper ending. Don't you know, all good stories start with once upon a time, and they end with happily ever after. I'll tell you how the story ends. And Peter looked inside Walter's eyes and realized there was still goodness inside him. So Peter took his special heart, and with all his might, he split it in two. And the heart was so magical that it still worked.
He gave him his heart back. Blue Moon? Yeah, Blue Moon. How am I supposed to review that episode? Okay. That was actually really enjoyable. Sod all to do with the storyline, but was it? I mean, it was part musical. It was all a fabrication. It was all made up in Walter's mind because he was high to entertain Ella and to entertain us. Because we had a mixed mash of observers, and Olivia is a detective still, and Peter's the person who broke his heart, and we've got old cameras taking pictures, but we've got smartphones and MacBook Pros, but old telephones and old detectives and old music. It was just a mixed mash of everything. The soundtrack was gorgeous. Can't complain about that at all. I love the old Gumshoe detectives. Anything to do with that era, for me, is spectacular. But that's just me. I just love it. Like I said, innit, I got like... there are other series that have done one-off episodes similar like this. Buffy the Vampire Slayer has done an episode like this. And yes, I do watch Buffy. And I also got Picard's fictional character of Dixon Hill when he goes to the holodeck. I got that vibes of the Gumshoe detective in that as well. I don't know why. It just... maybe because I've seen both of those series so many times it just sprung to mind. But there was such a play on everything that's going on between our characters at the moment in that episode. And it was really... that is how you write an episode when you do something completely different. Because they put in all the little quirks and quotes and subliminal messaging for us that Walter is currently experiencing in his own mind, in the way he's trying to process what's going on because Peter's left, and that if he doesn't return, it's going to break his heart. That is basically what that little story that he told Ella, what is in his mind. Even just that little bit with Olivia and Peter there, and he's like, "You'll be fine." Even that, just that one little quote, that's the throwback from Charlie saying that to her when she first became a detective, and that's what Sam Weiss had her work out the anagram from when she was collecting the business cards. "You'll be fine." Even just little things like that. They wrote that episode splendidly. It was fabulous. And if you didn't like this episode, why didn't you like this episode? Let me know in the comments if you particularly didn't like this episode, because I thought it was done expertly well. Because they're giving us all the stuff and all the information and all the feelings and thoughts that our characters are having right now without actually saying them. Olivia would not open up the way she has just done in that story, and neither would Walter. So it was told in a different way before we move on to the next episode and we pick back up the storyline, and I think it was great. I loved it. So we didn't get any normal story progression. We don't know anything about Peter. We don't know anything about who it was who's come from the other side. That was just an escape episode. Probably they've given it us before they move on to the main story, especially seeing as I think we've either 2 or 3 episodes left of the season, so they're going to build as a crescendo to the end now, I'm expecting. So there you go, that was episode 20, Brown Betty, and I felt like I needed to be high to watch that episode, and it gave you that euphoric sense that you was in that state of mind with Walter to watch it. Great. Right, I shall be back for episode 21 in the next couple of days, guys. Please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and turn your notifications on. Please subscribe if you enjoy my Fringe and my other TV series, and I will be back very soon. Until then, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.